Welcome back to IGN at Comic-Con 2018. Comic-Con can be dangerous. The heat, the mobs, the lines, they can all be so unforgiving. But if anyone is equipped to survive a situation like this, it's these two from The 100.
Hey, nice intro.
Right? It makes sense now.
Yes, it makes sense now.
Hey, guys.
Hi.
So we have a fun game for you. Well, I don't know. It depends on what your definition of fun is. But, you know, I feel like The 100, you guys thrive on this moral gray area, kind of like making tough choices for the sake of survival, right?
Yes.
And so we have an ethics test for you too. And you will answer
for us or for our
your
characters?
For your characters.
Okay, good.
I was just gonna
because
follow
I would
up.
fail.
I was just gonna follow up.
No doubt.
So whatever you think Clarke and Bellamy would do in these situations, we'll go with it.
Okay.
But I'm gonna warn you, they're a little intense. But you guys should be used to it, right?
Yeah, that's kind of
You're
what we
used
do,
to the
I guess.
intensity.
Yeah.
Yeah, intense stuff.
Right?
Yeah, surprises.
Well, they
You'll
do.
do great.
Yeah.
Okay, so our first question, and I can consult if you need me to use my moral compass.
Okay.
Happy to consult. So you see a runaway train moving towards 5 tied up people on the tracks. And you're standing next to a lever that controls a switch.
Oh.
So if you pull the lever, the trolley will be redirected onto a side track, but on the side track is one person. So
Who's that one person, though?
Yeah, exactly.
It's
That's
just
what I
one
want to know.
So if you were to pull the lever, all the 5 people on the main track would be saved. But then if you did, the single person laying on the side track would die.
Yeah, okay.
So what do you do?
If it was Bob, I'd be like,
Well, if I was that single person.
yeah,
But if it's Bellamy
easy.
and Clarke, it's kind of like, well, who is a main character? And who is
oh yeah, sorry, it's not Bellamy.
It's not me.
No, not Bob.
But whatever they do and you choose, we'll do it together.
Aw.
Together.
That's a thing that
Together.
they do on the show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
they
did you have
are
an answer?
great
5 or
co-leaders.
one
Yeah,
person?
5 or one person. But the thing is, if you kill the 5 people, it's just
Yeah.
kind of by omission, right? You're just kind of like, I didn't see that lever. Oops. So it's more that like internal turmoil, right?
I'm gonna take. No.
Look,
Pass.
yeah, I think if that one person is good and those 5 are average, I take
No,
out
that's
the 5.
strategic. That's
Yeah.
important. You need to
Yeah.
build your crew. You don't want like 5 losers with you, right?
No one wants that.
This is showing
No
a
one wants to hang out with 5 losers.
You guys at least have your characters to like shield you. You're like, yeah, Clarke and Bellamy. And I'm like, hey guys, cut off the loser.
Yeah.
Okay, so
So we've covered that.
Yep. Nailed it.
That was
Nailed it, I
great.
think.
That
Yeah.
was great.
That's why we're not writers on the show, basically.
Indeed.
Yeah.
So, question 2. Imagine there's a person with knowledge of an imminent disaster. So they're in the hands of the authorities, which is great, and they'll disclose the info needed to prevent this disaster, right? But only if you torture them.
Yeah.
So do you torture them for this information?
Yeah, Bellamy
Oh, yeah,
would.
Bellamy definitely.
Yeah.
He's done it before. He'll do
I
it
guess
again.
Clarke would too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, so that's that.
I gave you the hard one first. I feel like this one was a little bit more like
Yeah,
cut
thank
and
you
dry.
for
You're
that.
welcome, yeah. See, the rest will be a breeze, and this is the last question. So, a transplant surgeon has 5 patients, and each one needs a different organ that they'll die without. So they need like a heart transplant, whatever. A healthy young traveler passes through the city and comes in for a routine checkup with this doctor. And the doctor discovers that his organs are compatible with all 5 of his dying patients.
That's quite fortunate, isn't it?
So, do you support the morality of the doctor to kill the healthy patient to save the 5 other patients?
Only if the healthy patient wants to sacrifice
Well,
himself.
and it also depends,
Right?
because you can live without like
For
one
Clarke,
kidney.
I would say.
So you could save one person and still look after the healthy.
Right.
Yeah. Anyway, it all depends on the like who that person is, but you shouldn't really kill people. Just
Yeah.
That's all we do on the show.
yeah.
So Bellamy still hasn't gotten used to just killing people.
Oh no, he definitely has.
Yeah, no, he is.
Yeah. I still question it.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Let's just say our moral compass is pretty off.
I mean, you got to do what you got to do, though, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
'Cause, like,
unless you're actually wheeling in this one healthy person right now, and we have to cut them open.
Surprise, guys.
If it's not in this
Guess
hypothetical
what?
world.
Yeah.
The new game
What's
is Operation. We're just going to cut this person.
Oh God.
Wow, that took a really dark turn. So,
Okay.
getting back to the show, or starting with the show. So, Clarke and Bellamy, you guys have spent 6 years apart from each other. Like, how has this time apart affected the co-leadership? Because, I mean, you have different priorities now.
Yeah, very different priorities. I think.
Yeah, and I think that this season is a season where Bellamy and Clarke don't actually have the power to be leading.
No.
It's kind of taken by Dioza and Octavia. So
Yeah.
it's been an interesting season for me, like to play in.
Yeah,
it, where
both
we
of
don't
us.
actually
Yeah.
have, the leadership that we once had as those characters.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so would you you're kind of like trailed off. I was like,
I know.
yeah, I mean, I guess that makes sense. Right on. So, like, what do you think is so exciting for fans of the 100? I mean, we're in the middle of your season right now, right?
Yeah.
So, like, is there anything coming up that you can kind of tease that fans of the 100, even if it's like, if you like action, this is for you.
Well,
Oh,
basically, yeah.
well, I can say that the finale is absolutely epic. Like,
Yeah.
Yes.
it is one of my favorite and most emotional things.
Yes,
that-
no, and like all our finales are pretty wild and
Yeah.
crazy to shoot.
And
so,
yeah, we got another one coming up. So
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, so in the past, the 100, again, we've talked about this moral gray area, and in the most recent episodes, that moral gray area has very much come up front with Octavia and with, the Sky people, everyone coming together. Is there anything, like, I'm trying to think of how I would say this. Are there big decisions coming up for your characters that you just, reading that script, you kind of struggled with internally? Like, wow, I don't know that I would have made that choice, or...
I feel like I that happens every
Yeah,
time I read a
well,
script.
every
I'm like,
episode, there's
oh
always
god,
something
like
like that.
yeah,
But
they
I
throw us
think
these
that-
amazing curveballs, and
I think
Yeah.
that I think episode 8 and 9, the ones that have aired, where there's
Yeah.
you slap me in the face and the decisions.
Oh, yeah.
There's like some big ones that have already happened, which kind of tee up the rest of the season. So
Yeah.
those ones are the big turning points I feel for my character. Anyway, I don't know. how you
yeah.
feel about that.
If
yeah,
I
with
said
that-
anything, I
yeah,
would
I know,
spoil
with that,
it.
yeah, exactly.
So I'm just not gonna.
That's good. Spoilers are not fun. Nobody wants spoilers. Don't do that. So Clarke and Bellamy, throughout the whole show, you guys have had quite the arc, right? You guys didn't really care for each other in the beginning. Now you
Not
co-leaders.
much at all.
Now you have new priorities. How has your off-screen relationship changed in relation to that? Like, have you guys become closer now that you guys are co-leaders, or have you always been
That was a reaction to how hot I'm feeling right now. I was like, wow, I'm hot.
not like,
Not
oh man,
because
that
of the
question.
because of the temperature. Sorry.
Your off-screen relationship in relation to your on-screen relationship. Like, have you guys become closer
I
as
think
you
we've
were
become really close as
Yeah.
friends because we're both from Australia. We've both done the same shows.
Yeah.
We know a
Yeah.
lot of the same
Both
people.
from the same
and
city.
Yeah.
This is our
it's-
first American job.
Yeah.
So
So
yeah, I've always been pretty tight.
yeah.
All right. Well, thank you guys so much.
Thank
Can't wait
you.
to see the finale. You guys
Yeah.
it sounds
yeah,
so
It's gonna be
epic.
good.
So we've got more Comic-Con 2018 when we come back.